Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Wild Summers Homeschool. If you're new here, I am mama of two wonderful little kids. My son is age 8, my daughter is 6. And I have had a really, really emotional first part of the year with the kids. We found Abeka material, which I've always really loved Abeka. My mom used Abeka with me when she was homeschooling me. So I thought, okay, I'll use Abeka with the kids. It was always like that one curriculum that I really, really, really wanted to use. And unfortunately, it's not going well. So this week here local is the week that all the local kids, they all have the week off. Fall festivals are going on and fall break and things like that. So I have decided that I am just going to throw out everything about the math because the math is the only thing that's working right now with the Abeka. The kids love the Abeka math, but the science is way too slow for them. They already knew exactly, like my son, I've gotten the books, the science books for like 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and he was already familiar with all those concepts. And so that was, and my daughter too, because we're really big on science, and it just seemed like the science was really primitive. It wasn't as up to date as it probably could have been for us, for our family. I mean, it might be great for other families that are not really into science and history, but for my family, we love science, we love history, we love math, we love reading, we just love learning, but especially history and science, we love those. And so we watch tons of documentaries. We really, really, really try to expose the kids to things. If you saw my video from earlier yesterday, we were at the cultural festival. We really try to go and do things like that. We really try to expose the children to the world around them. And by we, I mean me and my mom, because my mom does take my kids a lot of places. And so it just seemed like it was very lagging and taxing for us to just trod through the Abeka on that front. And then also the Abeka writing, both my kids have muscular control problems. Not so much my daughter, but she's left-handed, so there's a little bit of an issue there. And then my son has I forget the proper name for it. I'm sorry. But anyway, it's where his small muscle control is not defined, even though he is 8 years old. So doing the cursive in that style for both of them just wasn't working. I went to the dollar store and got a cursive book, and they've been doing fine with it. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but it just seemed like it wasn't working well. And I've actually got on and copied off several scriptures in cursive and things like that for them. So that yeah, it didn't really work. The spelling didn't really work out for us. The language arts was okay, but again, I just feel like they could use something that was a little quicker, a little less repetitive. Pretty much in everything, it was very repetitive. So this week, we don't have any curriculum. Nothing. So, like, I ended the week in Abeka, And I mean, we didn't just stop after 10 lessons. We stopped at lesson 52. So, I mean, that's 50 lessons that they should have either, I mean, by the point where you do 50 lessons, you should know whether it's going to work or not. And it wasn't working. So that's my update on that. Right now, I'm kind of wondering if I should just do Charlotte Mason, because we do have morning time already with the Charlotte Mason style. And our morning basket, which I'm sure you've seen the videos on my morning baskets. But we're kind of looking into possibly doing classical conversations. A friend of ours does that, and they've done really well with it. But I've not been able to. All of my homeschool friends do something different, so I only have that one person's opinion of it. But when my kids were over there talking to them and kind of like visiting with them and stuff, like they were playing and stuff, and the mom turned on the CC Song CD for, I think, Cycle 3 Foundations. I'm not sure. But anyway, she turned it on for me and to listen to. And I thought, okay, this is songs. The kids love songs. They love music. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. But then there's the added cost of a community and joining a community and just that kind of thing. When we really like to go at our own pace, which I'm not sure that will work well with the community. So that's kind of my only drawback for that, is if we were to join a community with tutors and all of that, I know that we would fall behind and the kids would not be able to keep up. And the reason why I say that is because it takes a good week to 2 weeks for something, a new concept to sink in with Troy. Sometimes 3 weeks, like multiplication, we worked all summer on just up to the 10 times tables, and he's finally getting it. So the working with new concepts, if he has to do a new concept every single week, I'm not sure that that's going to work for him. With Ella, I'm pretty sure it will work. The only problem with her is that since she has a little bit of hearing loss, like she has mild hearing loss. Honestly, it's not even hearing loss. When she was born, she did not pass her hearing tests. So she has a hearing deficit. But with the music in that, I'm wondering if that would affect her at all. So that would be my concern with her, is if it's too much auditory learning, she might not be able to learn well that way. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there. I've also looked into My Father's World. A very good friend of mine uses that. I had the kindergarten and the first grade curriculum for that, and I used it with Troy, and it really didn't work, so I got rid of it. Because I don't like to see curriculum laying around when someone else could use it. But now I'm thinking, oh, I should have saved that, so because it might have been able to work for Ella. So yeah, that's the two that I'm really looking at. And then the next one that I would be looking at would be BJU. So I'm definitely looking for a Christian-focused curriculum. And so those are the top 3 that I'm looking at the moment. But Abeka's just not working. It's not going to work for my son at all. But I really want to keep the Abeka math, because that is something that's working. The repetition in that is just the right amount for everything to sink in with my son, With my daughter, it's a little bit too repetitive. She's kind of like bored already. But with him, it's just the right amount. So I'm thinking maybe I'll keep the maths. I don't know. But anyway, that is my curriculum update. I will let you guys know what I decide on. I have ordered the Classical Conversation Cycle 1 and the Foundations Guide. And I'm waiting for it to come in. I went ahead and ordered that today online just so that I can get a look at it. And they have a 14-day money-back guarantee, so I can return it if it's not what I want. But yeah, please leave me a comment and let me know what you use, and if you have any opinions at all about either of these curriculums, BJU, Abeka, Classical Conversations, or My Father's World, any of those. Did it work? Did it not work? How did you handle it how do you handle it when a curriculum doesn't work? Yeah, any of that, please leave me a comment, some advice, any of that. We've had curriculum before that didn't work, and I was like, okay, well, we'll just change it up and go with like another book for that subject. But this year since we moved at the beginning of the year, I didn't have any curriculum left from last year. I didn't have anything left that I had saved since we moved across country. And so I didn't have a fallback, because this time I finally was able to get the Abeka that is that unicorn for me to teach, because it's all lined out and everything, and I don't really have to think about it. And it all had the teacher's manuals and stuff, so I never had to think about anything. But now I'm realizing that the curriculum is too slow for my kids, and it's not working, and I don't have a backup plan. So let me know what you guys have going on, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.